Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to the Radillo FC. I'm your host, the Radillo, and the ugliest Manchester United fan in the world. Yes, that's me. And Manchester United have come out victorious in the Carabao Cup tie against Everton, a 2-0 victory for the Red Devils. I'm happy. I believe the defensive standard in this game is where we need to be. And yeah, let's get into it. The scoring of Edison Cavani in the 80th minute was a little late, but I'll take it. And then another one by Anthony Martial in extra time to seal the deal. Probably deserved a couple more goals in this. I believe Edison Cavani deserved a couple more goals in this. But in the end, we got the results. And we are moving on to the semifinals. The opponent that is going to be chosen, I think, in the next couple of days. But that fixture won't be made, I think, until mid-January. So with that said, the way we set up in our formation of a 4-2-3-1 with Dean Henderson in between the sticks, Alex Telles at left back, Harry Maguire and Eric Bailly returning to the squad as the center back pairing, Axel Tuanzebe at right back, Paul Pogba and Nemanja Matic in the midfield with the three of Donny van der Beek, Bruno Fernandes and Mason Greenwood. And up top, the Uruguayan stallion, Edison Cavani. Looking at the announcements of the formation actually was kind of interesting because a lot of people thought we were going to play a 4-3-1-2, but I thought Ollie was a lot smarter by going with his go-to formation of a 4-2-3-1, allowed us to play like Ollie wants us to play. I think it's smart as well to have Ollie just interchange people, move pieces around, see how things are going to go in a game like this versus, going to a formation that might benefit the players that we're playing, but it isn't our system. I just don't think that two striker up top system is going to work for us in the future. And now, I did like the combination of Alex Telles and Donny van der Beek. They basically shared the same side of the pitch in a way. The position wise, they were basically almost equals. Donny was kind of like a deeper midfielder, but he would go out wide, but then Alex Telles would go out wide most of the time, bringing balls in or swinging balls in. It was a very interesting combo. I like that going forward as an option, just in case, Marcus Rashford needs some rest or worse than that. But I think it was a good combo. The bigger changes came later in the game when Donny van der Beek and Mason Greenwood came off for Marcus Rashford and Anthony Martial, and it became more of the attacking forward line that I want to see in the future of Martial on the left, Cavani up top, Marcus Rashford on the right, and Bruno in the middle. We had this really interesting attacking four going forward where you had Rashford coming out wide, Martial would tuck in more as an inside forward in the middle or towards the middle, and then you had Edison Cavani coming through the right side, and then you had Bruno Fernandes coming in right behind and filling in the channels that were open. So I thought it was very interesting to have seen that and to see it more. I think this is going to be our go-to attacking line. Nothing against Mason Greenwood. It's just he sometimes becomes mute in games, and he needs to figure out how to be a little bit more influential, either with being in better positions or just owning the right side of the pitch. Because as of right now, what you saw as of right now, Axel Tuanzebe was on the right side way more than Mason Greenwood. And that's fine. I understand that. But I think that's why you're seeing this struggling of Aaron Wan-Bissaka going forward, because he's the only one really going forward on the right side. And yes, there's some times where Mason Greenwood does come in and run from the right, but it's not very often. And this might be the solution to solving that right issue if we can't bring someone in January or in the future. But I thought we had a great performance in the midfield as well with Paul Pogba and Matic. I thought they did their jobs. And yeah, they protected the back line. And, Paul Pogba didn't really have too many silly mistakes of giving the ball away on our side of the half, which was good. Eric Bailly, this should be his standard of playing from going forward from now. Hopefully he can work his way into getting more minutes but this should be his standard, as well as for Axel Tuanzebe. Nothing too crazy. I didn't think we had any Phil Jones moments. Dean Henderson came through when he needed to come through. Excuse me. Because we almost had a moment there at the very end where he was bringing the ball down and Seamus Coleman was right in front of him. Ball bounces right off, or is in his arms, but it bounces up off of Coleman, and he almost loses the ball and almost had another Sheffield United moment, but he didn't. Came through. Hopefully that boosts his confidence. You want to see Ollie have more faith in players like him and in Axel going forward, and I thought we played really well. I thought one really smart move that Ollie saw was that Everton was going to have a crowd. And a lot of people say it shouldn't matter if you have a crowd, or sometimes it affects it, sometimes it doesn't. I think Ollie knew that it would have been beneficial for Everton to have a crowd. So what do? You shut the crowd up. And I think it's what he tried to do in the first 35 minutes. Really, the first 10 minutes, we were in their box. It just it seems like we had a combination of players that really haven't been playing too much together in games to have gotten something off. I think, like I said earlier, Cavani should have had something more. Donny could have had a goal. Mason, I don't remember any chances off the top of my head. There's a lot of chances, but a lot of just, missed, like a step behind of what we need to be as a team together with those guys going forward. Because these guys have hardly played with each other, with Cavani, Donny, Greenwood, obviously training, but getting that real chemistry going. And I think this is one step, hopefully, going forward, that we need to, continue these games where we start off with a fire under our ass and getting the goal. And I think that was a good decision by Ollie to shut the crowd up as soon as possible, not get them into the game. And it somewhat worked. I think Everton fans they were making noise, but as soon as they saw us come out of the gate, they were like, "Oh God, United's here! Oh God!" When the Redcoats are coming, no, they're here. They are here, and we wanted blood. But yeah, we got the results. Even though, like I said, it was later in the game, I can live with that. I think everyone else had a good standard performance, and it's a good thing that we didn't come short, because going into penalties, I think we would have been fine. But you don't want to go there. You want to finish the game before it gets there. And yeah, so we got Leicester upcoming away Boxing Day, Wolves and Aston Villa at home later on. Those are the starting games in January. And yeah, I can't really complain much more. We dominated the ball with 64% possession. We had 19 shots. They had no counterattacks at all on us, which is really, really good. We were able to shut them down trying to respond to our dominance on the ball. I think that is what we need going forward. I think this is a very good performance. But to top it off, obviously, we got the result. Very good performance, but it should be the standard performance going forward, or this is what needs to be the minimum when we go out on the pitch. And regardless of who is in that starting 11, this is what needs to be the standard. And I think it was a big improvement from the weekend game defensively. And I think going forward, it's like I said, it needs to be the standard. And yeah, that's been it. If you have anything to say, let us know in the comments down below. We also do this visually and non-visually. We do it on podcast services and whatnot, and we do it on the YouTubes. And yeah, that has been it. Let us know, Everton fans, if you're watching. How bad did you how bad was it watching that? Yes, that has been it. I have been the host, theeradillo on theeradillo FC, and the ugliest Manchester United fan in the world. And that has been it. We'll see you guys in the next one. And yeah, cheers.